so.
Okay, so he's a little reluctant to want to cross and get over that tarp, is what you're saying, or that mattress there. Okay, so first question I ask everybody, will your horse go left and right on command? Well, does he?
I think so.
Well, let's see him go left and right. We'll test him real quick. Let's see him go left, let's see him go right. Send him left, send him right. Well, just send him left and right. Get out in front of him, send him away from you.
Oh, okay.
Does he go left? Yeah, there we go. Can you move his hip away?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. Can you go right? Does he go? Very good, very good. Okay, and then move that hip. Will he back up? Just kind of push him back without shaking that rope at him. So, now right there, Lori, here's my advice on that is, have you ever seen me say, grab by the knot with your thumb down?
Yes.
Yeah, so I would grab him by the knot and just kind of push, put a little nose pressure on instead of shaking that rope or picking your hand up real high like that. Just kind of push down towards his chest more. There we go. And see how that dropped his head? Yeah, instead of pushing kind of up to his throat, we push down towards the middle of his chest. Okay. And then will he come straight forward, shorten up your rope a little bit, and I want you to walk backwards, turn around, and walk backwards with your left hand, thumb down. There. Now can you stop him and back him up from right there? Okay, if you got those things working for you, you can get him to go across that mattress now. So go over there and then have him get a nice straight shot at the mattress, okay? Never go across it. We never go across a narrow obstacle like that because we may encourage him to want to jump it, okay? So especially if he's kind of nervous or scared of it, if he's given it an acknowledgement like that, we want to reward that little try there. And there. Okay, now just pick him up and back him straight away. Okay, here. Oh, there you go. That's good enough. So about 4 or 5 strides back, let him kind of think for a second, and then say, okay, let's come on up here. We're going to walk straight forward. Now, make sure you're prepared. Go ahead, stop for a second. Pick up all your coils in your left hand. And a little shorter lead rope. There. And now you got the tail in your right hand, so you can kind of use it as an encouragement, right? Okay, so now you're going to say, let's go forward. There we go. And let's just take one step up on, let him think here for a second. And now say, come forward. Good. Reward each try.
It's just stopping. From
Yep, that's fine. And then say, come forward. Good. Stop. Pet him for trying. Whoops. And don't prevent him from backing away if he wants to, okay? Keep that tail in your right hand and come forward. Come here. Good. And pet him for getting his foot up there without startling him. Go up there and pet him. And not now. Not now. Now when he has his foot up there, pet him. Not now. Where's the tail of your rope? Okay? Encourage some forward motion. Let's get him up on there with one foot. There. Now step up there and pet him. Good. There. And then I'll pet him for being there. And pet him for being there. Now I'm not asking him to come forward here. Don't hold him too tight. Now back him straight away, one step at a time. Step, stop and think, pet him, and now back. Let him do that if he wants to. Solve his curiosity. Yeah. Now back him straight away. Say, come back here and gather your wits and get brave here for a second. And then we'll let him think for a second, and then we'll take him right back to the mattress. One step, stop and think. One step, stop and think. One step on, pet him for getting there. There. Ask him for another step. Come forward. Encourage him with your lead rope. And pet him for getting both feet on there. And pet him and love him. So if he wants off, see, I let him come off. But then I say, no, you went as far as you wanted to go, it looks like, because he got off and he stopped. Now I will back him off one step at a time. Take a step back, stop. And then take a step back, 2 or 3 strides, and let him think back there for a second. And march right up on there, 2 steps. 1, 2, pet him. Now don't pet him there because he brought his foot off. So now we want to encourage him to kind of go to your left just a little bit. So you get that foot back up on there. There, now pet him. Good, good. Say, give me another step forward. There. And there. And pet him for that. And we try not to hold him from going backwards too much. If he wants to go backwards, we let him out of there because we know it's nerve-wracking for him, right? Then we just one step back. Good. And now just back him up a couple steps, let him think for just a second, and then load him right back up. Now take note that this horse, as he gets up there, he wants to kind of crowd left, so we're going to kind of encourage him to go more to his right, so he's more centered on that thing than, and pet. Good. And one more step forward, and pet. And one more step forward, and pet, and whoo, down towards the chest. Now, I wish I would have been zoomed in on you a little more. This is why I tried to encourage you to go down towards the chest. You picked your hand up towards his shoulder and towards his withers, and it just kicked his hip off. Okay, send him back around. Step. One step. Another step. Oop. Down towards the chest when you go. Another step. And now you got all four down towards the chest. He's fine. Just pet him there.
Stronger than me, so.
Okay, one step. Stop and think. He's only allowed to do things one step at a time here. We don't want him to learn to rush. One step. Stop and think. Good, Lori. One step. Stop and think. Good. I like that. See, and I like to go the same direction. Whoop. Good. I like to go the same direction a few times to get that confidence up before I start changing directions. Because coming the other way, oh man, that's something different. Just the way the light hits it, well, it might just look totally nice, Lori. And he's coming right up the middle now, and come forward. One step, stop and think. Good boy. I'll take that. Good. Now really pet him. Really pet him. Oop. You kind of missed your shot right there. But I was really going to encourage him to have all 4 feet up there, see? That's fine. 1, 2, 3, and come on, and ooh. And pet him. Now just leave him right there, all 4 feet on that mattress for a while.
A little bit anxious.
Yeah, but just let him settle to it and decide that, it's not that bad. And I will, on occasion, like if it's something kind of intricate, like a real narrow bridge, and they step off of like a real narrow bridge, I'll kind of get after them and say, you step off that narrow bridge, man, I'm going to hustle your ass around. You're going to get right back up on it. Because I don't want him ever thinking it's okay to step off the side of a narrow bridge, see, or a bridge. And
Straight off?
yeah, if you want to, but one step at a time, Lori. Yep, yeah, that's fine. We want him to come off one step at a time, as I never want my horse to think, you see where your hand went? Atta girl, glad you caught it. We never want him to think that it's okay to rush off of something, because they might get on something like a bridge. It might be a little bit slick, and they might think, well, I'll just launch off the end of this thing, then their back feet slip out behind them, or they jump off, I want my horse to believe. You watch those 2 colts of mine, when they come off of that bridge, they drop their front feet off, and then they almost think, oh shit, I'm gonna have to stand here for a few minutes, and they stop.
Some of the people that I've watched,
Oh.
and I've watched them, and I've had their frustration about why they're not getting.
Yeah.
I say, you should go ask Jerry about it.
Well, we all have room for improvement, that's for sure. And stop. And then really think, don't get his head bent. Keep his neck straight. There you go. And then we want him to believe that this is what's going to happen to him. Every time he comes off of an object or an obstacle, he has to drop his front feet off and park himself there for a moment or long moments. There we go. And if you want to walk him out of there, that's fine. Okay, good.